Okay. Oh, let's see here. What do I need to do? Hello. I should probably say hello. Good morning. If you are joining, good morning, good morning. I'm just getting set up. I woke up with a little bit of a cough this morning, so if I mute my mic, it's because I'm coughing and I don't want to gross anyone out. So, hello. Hello. Hello, Soleil. Long time no talk. Let's see. Good evening. Yes. Are you guys still now? Okay, I have a quick question for you. Is it still daylight savings time like tomorrow or like later this week or whatever? Like, do you guys still have to do that? Because I thought that they were canceling daylight savings, but when I went to make this schedule, it had daylight savings as one of the contingencies. So I had to make my schedule half EST and then, yeah, okay. I thought they were canceling, like, I thought that we were getting rid of that. I thought we didn't have agriculture anymore and that we didn't give a shit. What happened? What happened to the daylight savings thing? I thought we were canceling it. I had to make my entire schedule based around the fact that I was going to have daylight savings issues in the middle of NaNoWriMo. I was like, great, cool, that's a fun schedule. So now I look at my schedule and I have no idea what's happening. Hello for other people showing up. It's my morning and we were just talking about daylight savings time because that's so interesting. And good afternoon to evening to other people in the world. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's an extra hour. That's an hour's less of dust. This is great news. Yeah. But do your plans know about daylight savings? Because, I mean, you're a Virgo and you didn't know, so, like, I don't have high hopes. Yeah, the follow through. Well, it seemed like everyone was on board. It seemed like everyone was of the opinion that daylight savings was not on trend, wasn't cool, not worth it. And now every year, I just assume that I'm not going to have to deal with it anymore. And then y'all come firing back saying that, yeah, no, we're doing it again. So, okay. Well, at least plans is aware of daylight savings because, you know, there's that. All right. I will clear my throat. Sorry. For those coming in, I had a bit of a cough this morning, so I'm having some congestion issues. I just took medicine for it, though, so it should get better. No one wants the US penny. That's really true. You know what's worse than the US penny for me, though, is the yen. The 1 yen coin in Japan, it's literally, I think it might be made of plastic or like tinfoil. It's so light and it's so useless. And nobody has like, they never do like no prices, even with tax. Does it ever work out that you would need like 1 yen coins? And because the yen is weaker, you literally have the problem of it being less than a cent in your head. So you're just carrying around all of these just frivolous little pieces of plastic. It's annoying. Oh, the yen. Yeah. The yen is rough. Rough yen. All right. Let's see. I'm going to get my document open. Oh, and I guess I should do like all of the things. Where are all of the things? Sorry. Hold on. Turning on autumn brands. There we go. I'm supposed to be, I have a color scheme going for NaNoWriMo specifically. Let's see here. And then I also would like banners. Where are my banners? Okay. hellos and intros. Now that I talked about daylight savings for 5 minutes. Welcome. If you are rewatching these are NaNoWriMo sprints, but you can sprint and do whatever you'd like. I'm going to be doing 10 minutes on, no, opposite, 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off. So that's 50 minutes of me writing for NaNoWriMo, and then 10 minutes of me talking. I can talk about daylight savings for at least 5 minutes, so that should be promising to someone out there. And then I would love to know what you're doing with your time, whether you're watching this now or watching it back. I'm going to be working on my second book, the first one being with beta readers. And my goal is by the end of the month to get to 50K, but that's the halfway point, the midpoint of my second book. So my goal is to get halfway done with my book. Other people, I think their goals for NaNoWriMo more, I was going to say religiously, but more regularly, the goal is to finish a novel or like get the 50K, and it's like your first rough draft. But everyone does NaNoWriMo differently. There's so many different ways to do it. I know there's also like I've heard them called purists and the NaNoRebels as like two different ways of referring to people who do NaNoWriMo, and I don't actually like either of the terms incredibly. I think it's just like a good time and good vibe for an entire month where a whole bunch of different people are writing. So I'm like, I don't want to call people who happen to be starting a new project purists and people who are deviating even slightly from starting a new project rebels. So I'm like, I mean, rebels does kind of sound cool, but it makes it seem like it's maybe not possible to actually participate in NaNoWriMo unless you're doing it a certain way, which seems silly to me. But yeah, whole point, sprints for the day. I was going to do warm-up sprints, but I'm actually feeling really good, and I'm feeling very much so in the writing mood. So I don't really want to interrupt it too much. So we're just going to hop into the 50. I hope that's okay for people, because I talked about warm-ups the other day, and that was a lie. But, that's unreliable narrator energy for you. Let me catch up on comments. Oh, Rachel, hello. Good evening. We were talking about daylight savings. Did you know it's coming up for you? This is your last chance. Let's see. Soleil, what you saying? Oh, okay. Well, cool. Yeah, it's that. 50 minutes of writing, 10 minutes of talking, hopefully not all about daylight savings. Bum. Oh, you've never heard those terms? Okay. I've been watching a lot of different videos and vlogs, and that does seem to be like those are the two terms that are most often used. People will start out their video by like almost as a disclaimer, being like, "Oh, just so you know, I'm a nano rebel this year." And I'm like, "What are you what? Who are you fighting?" And then the other ones will say like, I think normally purists are referred to as purists by people who are not doing it traditionally, but I did come across it a couple of times by people just saying that they were doing NaNoWriMo, and I'm like, and they're doing it like the traditional route, and I thought that was interesting. This must be after my time. I guess so. I think it's current time. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm with trends or current events or anything, because that seems too bold, but yeah. It appears that might be the case. I am going to get the timer set up though, because after these first 10 minutes, we're going to get started and roll right into the 50-minute sprints. So we have about 1 minute left. Yesterday, a lot of other people's this morning, Yumi was doing the sprint timers because my super hip Jade. Because my setup this weekend is a little janky, but next weekend I'm going to have it set up better. I'm going to try doing a screen share and get the timer set up. But if I start to lag, it's just because my setup is just not ideal this time around. But it'll be better next weekend. Sorry. Still dealing with lag. Oh, hold on. God, it just started immediately. Hold on. Hold your horses. Okay. We got like a quick second to make sure we catch up on comments, and then we're gonna get started. The timer's here, and like I just said, there might be some lag on my end while the timer's going. My computer does not like to do both at the same time. And I'm already horrified by the faces that my lag is making when I look at my face. So that's going to be real fun. All right. Yeah. Super hip, good with the times. I know exactly what's happening. Absolutely. Had no idea that daylight saving was happening tonight for me. I'm here to help. From Japan, I'm like, hey, did you all know? You guys haven't actually canceled that yet? Yeah, no, absolute chaos. We should all get rid of it. I've officially mentioned daylight savings within the first 10 minutes of my live show like a million times. That's great. I guess that means my child will have me up at 5:20 instead of 6:20. Already crying. I'm crying for you. That's absolutely awful. And then we have the lag faces are fine. No one even notices. We're too busy being good writers and readers. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just think that that's true. Let me know what you guys are doing with your 50 minutes, whatever your sprint focus may be. I'll throw that up there as a question. What is your sprint focus? What you doing? You can let me know in the comments and we can talk about it after, because we're gonna get started here. So, let me get rid of that. All right. If you can't hear the music, let me know and I'll try and fix it. But I'm not that tech savvy, so you might be screwed. All right. 50 minutes on the clock, starting now. I'll see you on the other side.
want something behind you? Or,
You're behind me.
Or you go with just black?
I mean, it's fine either way. I don't know if it's distracting or not.
You do background placement. Not with that one. But we could download any image you want. It could be behind you.
Okay.
Or just find an image online.
Sure.
Higher res better.
What do I even look up then?
Oh, well, it's just look up the words you want to look up. Just in the settings, so hide it. Hiding it. Size. And then you used to be able to pick a resolution you wanted, but now it's just small, large, medium.
Okay, let's see. I guess this. Download or here, I'll just let you do it. Not muted. Cool. Can I really quickly mute my situation? Just right there. Hold on.
Boop.
Okay, hello. I'm hopping back over here. I had a little bit of a chaotic sprint in the end. I want to know how all of you are doing. I'm going to catch up on some comments. If my voice is too loud, let me know and I can turn the mic down a little bit. I'm no longer in my office or using my computer. I switcherooed during sprints because the lag was so bad, and I'm so sorry if it affected your sprints at all. It affected mine a little, but only at the end. I actually got, let's see. I did some editing of the work I did last night, because last night I did some words that just were not, they weren't good words. So overall, I got about 500 words done, which is fine for me. Very happy with that. It really all just depends on, you know, the scene, the moment, the character I'm in. So yeah, let me know how you all are doing. We're going to talk for about 10 minutes. And then, or 8 minutes and 54 seconds. I got that going. And then we're going to jump into our next set of sprints. So let me try and make this a little bit smaller. Let's see. Oh, I guess I'll just remove it for now. Let's see. What does this look like? No, this looks bad. Let's, we'll add me back in. And just make me bigger. Oh, God. Let's look at comments, shall we? Okay. Let's see. We're scrolling back up here to find the beginning. The lag was fine and my face was fine up until a point. I was eating at one point and it was frozen on my face for a good 2 minutes of just me mid-bite, and I kind of wanted to die. But thank you again for this comment. Hi, hello, welcome back. You finished your last book. How was it? And what are you currently reading? What did you pick up? Would love to know. Also, how do you guys like my autumn foliage in the background that I have going now? Because my partner's office is, I don't know, it's not as atmospheric as like a woodland forest. Let's see. Made it just in time. Welcome. Yes, you did. I just settled in with in my seat, a local tea shop to start my writing sessions. Ooh, that's so nice. And then this pops up. Well, welcome. Yay. Glad. What are you writing? What are you working on? Do you have any goals that you'd like to accomplish? Let me get rid of this, and we'll switch over to 10-minute interlude. That's really cool. Sorry, I'll try and get faster at catching up on the comments. Let's see. This was me just freaking out, trying to fix things. Also, yes, Mr. Juniper came on to help me with my tech needs. He is in IT, so that was useful. And I'm now in his office with his microphone. Yeah, also I was not muted and was just openly talking to him mid-sprints. That's fun. Yeah. I'm glad that I didn't say anything embarrassing, though, because I was completely unfiltered and stressed out that I was having to switch mid-sprints. The voices in your head should always be vivid. Listen to the voices in your head. Just joining with 3 minutes left. We are going to be doing another round of 50 sprints. God help me. Another 50 minutes in about 6 minutes. So you are not too late. Just headed into the next sprint. Took a break to put my child to bed, when got back and was able to read for 15 minutes. Nice. Yay. Are you reading Fourth Wing, or was that was I think the your backup book? You had 2 books you were reading. I read 30 pages. Oh my god, that's awesome. Nice. That's great. Hey, I'm behind, Nano. I am also behind. Don't even stress it. Don't even worry about it. Behind Nano 3,595. Total words, I need to be at 660. Yeah, I need 3,000 words. Okay, well, we'll work on it. Let's do this. I also need lots more words. I think I'm currently sitting at around 5,700, and I would also love to be in the 6,000s by now, so we'll work on it. I'm writing a steampunk fantasy dystopian romance called Pieces of Me. That sounds awesome. I love good genre mashups, and that one sounds really cool. All right. I wrote 300 words this session because I was also meditating. Ooh, that's nice. I should have been meditating. That would have felt a lot better than stressing over technology. I'm trying to write 25,000 words of a nonfiction manuscript. Oh, wow, nonfiction. I feel like that word count would feel really different to me if I was writing if I was writing just like true words, like I was like, this has to be true. I can't just make this up out of my head. Those words would be harder to come by too. So good on you. My first nano where I actually have an end product in mind. That probably feels pretty good though, to like actually know where you're headed. Very cool. Only humans with kind of meh. That sucks. One of the main characters is an angsty teenager that started rebelling against the system. I was over it pretty quickly. I also was an angsty teenager against the system, but I was also over it pretty quickly. Like, I was annoyed with myself at that age. I was like, everything's lame. And I was like, you're lame. All right. Yes, I'm currently reading Fourth Wing. I have been doing the other reading during daylight hours when my brain is sharpest. I'm actually caught up on, this brings me to something. If you are just joining, I have beta readers right now for my book 1. I'm working on book 2 of my project, and I have beta readers right now, and I just caught up on all of their comments, and there were so many of them, and it was such good feedback. If you are writing and you're afraid of the beta reading process, I have to say, it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Even when I'm getting like not negative feedback, but feedback that's like more constructive, more of a critique of where my writing's at, it feels really good to actually have like a concrete, someone is telling you this is what it is, because so much of the time I'll be like, this sentence is weird, but I don't know what's weird about it, and then you get a new mind in there. And it just, yeah, it feels so much better to actually have like a name. It's almost like getting a diagnosis. It's just like, I just wanted a name to it. I already knew I had something. I just needed a name. So, but sounds good. Glad your mind is sharper during the day and that's how you're doing it. Steampunk fantasy dystopia sounds like a wild ride, right? I know, I was reading all the genres. I'm like, yes, mash these all together. Right now I'm reading a book for Croatian Book Month. Oh, I didn't know that was going on. That's really cool. And it's a sci-fi thriller called, oh, I'm going to mess this up, Božja neba, Color of the Sky by Ed, gonna mess that one up, Baral? It sounds really cool though. I did not know it was Croatian Book Month. Right on. I'm an angsty adult rebelling against the system still, unfortunately. I feel that. And there were so many of them. No, it's okay. I have 12 beta readers. I wanted 7. I ended up with 12. I love all of them. Everyone has given such amazing feedback, and I am not complaining by the amount of comments. It took me almost a week to get to the 5,000 word mark, which is when I'm able to look at my beta reading comments. So, yeah, there were so many of them because they built up over like 5 days, but everyone is around the 10 to 12% mark of the book, and I'm about 10 to 12% into NaNoWriMo though, so that was kind of fun. We're all like around the same area of goals. So, all right. It is harder. Yeah, I can imagine that. Right now, I'm just spewing. Oh, for nonfiction is what we're talking about, in case anyone's just hopping on. I'm just spewing out random facts about my life as a teacher and my observation. Oh, but I would love to know. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, I'm reading ahead of my speaking. This sounds really interesting to me. About my life as a teacher and my observations about the process of learning and inspiration. We'll do actual psychology research next. I am highly interested in this. Teaching is such a fascinating subject, and like psychology is something that I really, really advocate for and like stand by. I want people to research more about psychology and really start looking into like how our body and our minds like affect our daily life, because there's so many things that, you know, we don't really realize are part of like our daily process that is coming from not just like, there's a scientific background. in how we like function in the world and how those different functions and people all affect each other. Oh, okay, we're running out of time. Sorry. I'm really interested in this subject. If you end up needing beta readers. Okay, last comment and then we'll get started. Hold on. Go back a couple seconds. There we go. We have 1 second left. Let me read the last comment and then we'll get started on sprints. I also need to start scheduling interviews with other educators. That's so great. I'm really glad that you're like putting all the time into the research and everything. That dang timer, I know, but I said I was going to be good about it. So I have more to talk about besides my career experience. That's excellent because everyone has such a unique experience, especially with teaching. It depends on the district, the budget, the children, the staff. Like there's just so much that goes into it. I'm excited to hear some of your results and information. Like that's really cool. Yeah. All right. Speaking of the timer, let's actually utilize it. We're going to do another 50. Go ahead and toss your goals in there if you'd like to. Let's try and reach them. And then I'll see you after another 50 minutes of sprints, hopefully with no more chaotic lag. All righty. And I'm going to mute my mic this time because, wow, how embarrassing. All right, welcome back. How did your sprints go? How are you doing? My goal was 500. I did 1,015 words. I cannot tell you how relieved I am when I like scrolled back up to check when I started. I was like, it felt like a lot, but I wasn't expecting it to actually surpass 1,000. But there was a lot of dialogue and an argument happening, so I was in it. So, how is it all going for you guys? I'll go ahead and switch over to 10-minute interlude. We have 10 minutes. Checking up on some comments. Jess, hello, hi, hello. Yeah, no, I honestly, for me, that's a lot. I mean, it really depends on the scene because, like, if you have a dialogue heavy scene, it's going to be shorter because hopefully you don't have like a lot of descriptions going through. You want kind of like the snappy thing going on because there's an argument. But I was before and after getting like the scene, and there was more action because like it's a bad argument. So yeah, no, this was a really fun scene to write. So I think it went faster for that. Like I was really in it. How the rest of you going? What are you doing? Rachel said, slow reader, but hoping for 30 pages. How close did you get? It's okay if you didn't reach it, but how did you do? I wrote fewer words that time, but I felt better about the actual words. Yes. That's the thing is like the first round of sprints today, I was mostly fixing words from yesterday, and it felt so good to write good words. Like sometimes I do just need to get the words out. I think that both are equally important to get just the words out, get the idea down on the page. You're telling yourself what you need to know, and then you can rewrite it later. But also just getting quality words out the first time feels so nice. So congratulations on that. Less words, but more quality. I mean, it's the classic saying. I read another 30 pages. Nice. I'm going to sleep now. Yeah, it's late for you. 1 a.m. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. And congrats on getting another 30 pages done. That's awesome. I'm not writing. Don't feel great still, but I might read a little bit. You have been on a reading kick, so you should follow that. Follow that instinct. Yeah. Especially, what is the entire series called? I think you're on Words of Radiance, but Stormlight Archive series. The Stormlight Archive series is such a good series. Like it draws you in. Also, a high word count. So let's see. Yes, thank you, Stormlight Archive. I was also reading a book for nonfiction November. I did not know any of these things were going on. We have Croatian, nonfiction November, NaNoWriMo. November is lit, guys. People like November. Trying to see what sort of structural patterns I can notice in nonfiction to determine how I want to structure my narrative. That is really great too. It's its own type of research, and I mean, good on you for it. Half the time when I'm reading, I'm finding myself now like really looking at what I'm reading in a totally different way, because I'll be like, I really liked that scene. Why did I like it? Because I want to learn how to harness that. Right now I'm reading T. Kingfisher books, right? Specifically Sword Heart and Nettle and Bone, because I really like how T. Kingfisher writes, and I think that there's just so much you can gain from like reading someone else's work and like finding things that you want to like not necessarily mimic, but like take from that, learn from that. So very cool. Just got here, but love the vibes here. Oh, welcome. Hello. Thank you. I'm actually in my partner's office right now, so I have like a fake background going. I was feeling a little self-conscious because normally I have my regular office, but you know, the internet decided no, and this is wired internet. So hopefully there was no lag this time around. Everyone doing good on lag. Yeah, I actually, the argument that I have going has kind of been like a long time coming. I'm writing book 2 for anyone who is just hopping on, but book 1 is with beta readers. Book 2, I'm at the beginning of, so I'm around the 10% mark. which in Save the Cat is usually around the time that the catalyst happens. I don't know if that still applies in the exact same format as the second in its series, but I kind of have to just go with it because, like, it feels right. But I looked, and about when this argument's happening, which has been a long time coming for these characters, they kind of skirted around this issue. It like exploded. It was really interesting to write because it wasn't originally in my first draft. I'm rewriting for my I did a 0 draft a long time ago, and I'm rewriting based off of like memory, but now I have such a concrete understanding of the character arcs for the characters in book 1 that book 2 I immediately was like, oh, you guys need to work this out. And they're working something out. So yeah, it was really fun and interesting to write. How are your guys' characters behaving if you are writing a character, or your words if you're doing nonfiction? How are you behaving? How are your characters, or how are your book characters doing? Because characters are so interesting. I used to really think that authors had more choice in how their characters reacted to things. Like, I'd be annoyed because I thought a choice was being made and I didn't like the choice. But I've learned that sometimes you have to just kind of just nudge the characters in a certain situation, because there's no control over like how they'll react. You can just give them different things to react to and hope that they kind of follow the path you want them to. But yeah, I would love to know how everyone's doing with that, because I'm very character driven, if you haven't noticed. I do care about plot, but I feel like I could plop my characters in any plot and I would kind of find it interesting. But if the characters are disinteresting, like not interesting, and then I put them in a really interesting plot but they're flat, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Let's see. That is so true. Everything I just said, I'm just assuming that you're referring to. I'm like, yeah, aren't I right? I want to do Nano so bad this year. I'm just struggling on figuring out what program I want to use. I used to use Scrivener, but it's annoying to use. I find Scrivener is better for me for outlining. And actually just getting the words on the page, I really struggle with having anything other than just like, I don't know. I know what you're saying as far as it just being kind of annoying to use. Like, I feel like there's too many gadgets, too many tools almost. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I need less distractions. I almost just need that blank Word document. I also really like dark mode. I'm able to, with Pages, you can choose dark mode or light mode. And so I actually have my screen is all black and then white font types through the page, which I don't know. There's something very meditative about it, and I really like it. And then I just go over to my Scrivener for like where I have my plot going. So yeah, I use it more for outlining now. The first draft I did write completely on Scrivener. But I wasn't utilizing the tools of Scrivener, and now that I have those tools and I see those tools, I kind of just use it for outlining. Yeah, that's true. It's too much almost. Yeah. I really like all of the different gadgets it has. It just, I don't always know when to use them, so it's nice to just blank box it. See, you said it perfectly. Thank you. Having no control of the characters and being character driven, I understand that. Yay. Yeah, that's good. Because sometimes I feel a little cliche saying it. Like, I don't know. Like, if I'm talking to non-writers, I'm like, oh, the character's not listening to me. I feel like they think I'm being melodramatic. But then, I mean, I dare you to get my Gemini MC to do anything that I want her to do. Like, good luck. I can't get her to do anything. I just have to be like, if I throw you into this situation, how will you react? Is it anywhere close to where I need you to be for part B? And most of the time, no. So yeah, I've actually created some pretty odd. Yeah, I mean, she's a Gemini. Yeah, no, I did that to myself. I really, when I was constructing and figuring out who she was, and I created a chart for her. Oh, the timer's about to start. I'm pausing it, but only for a second, to finish the thought. And then we're getting started on our next set. But yeah, when I realized and I constructed a chart for her and everything like that, like I realized I was like, oh, this is actually going to be a little difficult. um, it is the only thing that I did control is who like I wanted to work with as a foundation and like get to know. So I did decide to get to know a really chaotic Gemini character. But I do love her. I absolutely adore her. She just doesn't listen to anything I do. Luckily, that's one of the themes of my book, so it's fine. All right, let's go ahead. I've rambled enough. We'll go ahead and get started on this next sprint. It's 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off for chatting. As you can see, I can chat about anything, weather, daylight savings, characters. So 10 minutes can go fast. I'm sorry about that. I really enjoy talking to you guys, but I also want to get words in. So let's get started on this next sprint. And, ooh, crickets are a bit loud. Okay. Sorry that the crickets are loud. I just noticed that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started on the next sprint. And then next time I'll turn the crickets off because I forgot that you guys can hear crickets. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Mute me. Okay, that ends the last sprint. I'm not sure if you noticed, I put a banner up earlier, but you guys might have all been focusing on what you were trying to do, which is completely fine. But I have lunch plans today, and I did not catch the time at all. When I started the last sprint, I was like in it. I was enjoying your guys' company, but I do have lunch plans. So for me to be able to look better than this, not great, but better than this, I should probably leave a little bit of time for me to get out the door. Um, and it's about 10-11 here. But that's 3 hours of sprints down, and I feel really good about it. How's everyone else doing? I know some people had to leave, but I really appreciated you guys stopping in and stopping by. I do have a schedule in my community tab. I don't have it on this computer, so I can't like pop it up on the screen. That'd be so nice. But in my community tab, I have a schedule going for when I'm doing these sprints. And I hope everyone enjoyed them as much as I did. I really got a lot done. Let's see, actually. I did some. Okay, I got about 600 words, which is still fantastic, still a lot. I had to write out, I don't know if anyone else has this, but I had to write out my plot. I already know my plot. I have an entire blurb explaining my plot. I have so many drafts and things, but sometimes I have to handwrite what I need to get across in the simplest terms possible so that I can then like almost say it in the words. I'm losing words. Obviously, I used them all in this draft, but yeah, I spent a little bit of time in the 50 minutes, like just writing it out, like fact for fact, like what is actually happening. And it helped a lot in getting the villains' motivations because my villains are not as straightforward with their motivations. And I think that sometimes I don't want it to seem muddled. I know exactly what my villains are trying to accomplish, but I don't want them to seem too obvious with what they're trying to accomplish. So had to work on that a little bit. Let's see. All right. Just catching up. Anna had to go, but I really appreciated you joining. Loved the extra conversation. Hope to see you back. And then welcome back, Rachel. Always good to take a break. Take breaks whenever you need to. I'm excited to kind of rest my brain today. Sailor Twilight, which I love that. What would it be? Like user tag name? I like your username. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, I sometimes writing can be a slog, and I actually had a little bit of that last night. I was just trying to get my word count in, and that slogged it down for me, but there can be so many different factors. So I hope your next round of writing, I hope the inspiration hits for you. Thank you also so much for subscribing. If you don't want to subscribe to my channel, you definitely don't have to. You can just check out my community tab, and I have the schedule there. But if you'd like to, there's a bell icon that you can click, and that it just like notifies you that sprints are happening. It might also when I do a community post, which can be useful. Thank you so much for sprints. Yay, I got a lot of words in. Good. I'm really glad people were able to get words in. It seems like it was a fairly successful morning for people, or evening, night, time zones. It was a successful time zone for people. I read some more nonfiction books, and then I did the most fun activity of all, filling out report cards. Oh, yeah, that's super fun, but I'm glad you got that work done. That's great. Thank you, by the way. Oh, no, always. I love doing these, so thank you guys for showing up. It does make it a lot less awkward for me when I'm not just talking to myself, which I do all the time, so I don't care. It doesn't embarrass me, but it's more fun if I can talk to you guys. So no, thank you guys for coming. It was really great. I barely read after I got back here, and I blame Jess. Always blame Jess. I'm just kidding, Jess. Don't blame Jess. Thank you for sprints today. No, thank you. As I said, you guys are the ones that make it fun. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. I'm using words. I'm trying so hard, but I'm going to end this here. A successful time. Good. Yay. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, I will see you guys for the next one. I'm not going to say the date out loud because I can't quite remember and I don't want to get it wrong and then confuse people. Community tab has the schedule. I am following that schedule. New, thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, welcome. Oh, Dragon Books. Yes. Okay. That's awesome. always down for Dragon Books. I I do have quite a few videos of different dragon books, but my most embarrassing one is the one that's watched the most, so I'm guessing that might be what you're referring to. I have a couple different dragon videos, though. I hope you watch the less embarrassing one, but welcome. I'm glad you got stuff done. Okay. All right, I have rambled enough. I mean, I've only rambled for 5 minutes, so that's actually pretty good, but I'm definitely done rambling. I'm going to go ahead and head out. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to just awkwardly end this because it takes a second to do it. So, oh, thank God. All right. And on that note, bye.